Brian Friedman, power attorney, tells TMZ Miss Lively's recent motion to dismiss herself from the self-concocted disaster she initiated is one of the most abhorrent examples of abusing our legal systems.
Word on the street is that Justin Baldoni just handed Blake Lively a major defeat in their ongoing legal nightmare. After months of Lively's heavy-handed attempts to discredit him, insiders say the court's latest decision has left her reeling. Rumor has it she was banking on a slam-dunk dismissal, but instead got blindsided by Baldoni's relentless pursuit of the truth.
What happened was, and again, everyone's doing this. No one wants to be in this trial, of course. Blake Lively's publicist asked to be removed from lawsuit, defends actress against Justin Baldoni's claims.
Now, people are questioning whether Lively's entire strategy, full of aggressive filings and under-the-table tactics, might finally be blowing up in her face. Could this be the turning point that forces her to confront the consequences of her own backroom scheming? One thing's for sure, Baldoni isn't about to let her off the hook. Stay tuned, because if this ruling is any sign, the showdown is only getting started. Initially, the conflict seemed manageable. A disagreement sparked on the set of It Ends With Us, rumored to be a heartstring-tugging adaptation of Colleen Hoover's best-selling novel. But from the moment their personalities clashed, Baldoni and Lively apparently decided that a civilized discussion was never an option. Instead, lawsuits started flying. Accusations of defamation, sabotage, mental distress. As time wore on,
I'm going to get into what Justin Baldoni's lawyer had to say and what Blake's team is saying, because every day there's more to the drama, and I'm going to get into all of this happening next.
It was crystal clear that lines were drawn. Lively was determined to paint Baldoni as a conniving troublemaker who'd escalated petty disputes into legal chaos. Baldoni insisted he was the real victim, targeted by a controlling star who'd do anything to shield her own shaky reputation. Fans of both sides eagerly dissect every development, from cryptic text messages to hush-hush legal motions.
So we have Blake Lively accusing Justin Baldoni of retaliating with his lawsuit on her, and then we have Justin Baldoni's lawyer saying Blake is abusing the system.
And with every revelation, more people conclude that Blake Lively may be the puppet master behind this entire fiasco. Despite her curated Instagram feed and once glowing public image, she's accused of launching wave after wave of aggression, all to maintain her status as a Hollywood A-lister. Even the harshest critics never expected her to show such ferocity, but the court filings suggest otherwise.
To be quite honest, everyone I meet's Team Blake. I mean, other than Taylor Lorenz. Everyone's Team Justin Baldoni. I got that wrong. Everyone's Team Justin Baldoni.
Justin Baldoni's lawsuits accuse Lively of torpedoing his carefully cultivated public persona, transforming him from a progressive champion of male vulnerability into a Hollywood pariah overnight. Baldoni says he's been forced to fight to clear his name after she leveled harsh allegations, effectively gutting his credibility.
The Wayfair Party's vengeful and rambling lawsuit against Blake Lively is a profound abuse of the legal process that has no place in federal court.
Worse, he claims that through her alliance with her husband, Ryan Reynolds, and other industry power brokers, she's systematically blacklisted him from top studios, ensuring that doors slam in his face wherever he goes. While the public once viewed Baldoni as a wholesome advocate for inclusive storytelling,
the law prohibits weaponizing defamation lawsuits like this one to retaliate against individuals who have filed legal claims or have publicly spoken out about harassment and retaliation.
The swirling accusations have overshadowed his philanthropic brand. He's now fending off accusations of misconduct and facing a relentless onslaught of rumors that he's unprofessional, manipulative, or worse. Media outlets devour the drama, churning out provocative headlines about every subtle courtroom maneuver.
The right to seek legal redress and the right of the press to report on it are sacred principles that are protected by multiple privileges, including the litigation and fair report privileges, which are absolute.
According to Baldoni, this entire smear campaign is meticulously orchestrated by Lively's side, an assertion that's starting to gain traction, given the evidence emerging in court and the contradictory statements piling up against her. Despite her efforts to mask the hostility with coy public appearances, Lively's lawyers have filed endless motions and pleas aimed at burying incriminating details.
So their argument is, you're not allowed to sue us back because we filed this harassment suit.
The most glaring, her frantic demand that the court keep her private text messages with celebrities under wraps. The alleged contents, according to Baldoni's supporters, might reveal how Lively coordinates the negative press around him, or detail how she manipulates major studios. Observers argue that if there were nothing to hide,
I mean, it's like punching someone and then they don't get a chance to return the blow. So here's what Justin Baldoni's power attorney Brian Friedman is saying.
Lively wouldn't be so terrified of these texts falling into the hands of her legal adversaries, or worse yet, into the public domain. One of the most attention-grabbing developments is Lively's motion to dismiss Baldoni's countersuit. She brands his claims as vengeful and rambling, insisting he filed them solely to retaliate for her earlier legal actions.
Publicist Leslie Sloan's attorney wrote in the filing that Blake Lively bravely spoke up about Baldoni's predatory behavior.
She further asserts that his entire case is a massive waste of judicial resources, a brazen attempt at revenge that, in her view, has zero merit in federal court. The irony is not lost on fans who recall how Lively launched her own avalanche of accusations, many of which appear equally theatrical, according to sources close to Baldoni.
Right, and of course, Ryan Reynolds has doubled down, calling him a predator.
The possibility of a settlement is almost laughable at this stage. On a personal level, Baldoni and his team feel morally obligated to see the case through to trial because of the magnitude of the reputational harm he's suffered. He insists that if he drops his claims, Lively will skate by without ever facing the consequences for her alleged bullying. For him, it's not only about clearing his name, but also apparently exposing the rotten underbelly of Hollywood's power structure.
Right, because she's arguing in her motion to dismiss, hey, I filed a harassment complaint against Baldoni. He cannot sue me in retaliation.
Where major stars can supposedly destroy lesser-known talents and walk away scot-free. Now, the entire affair has transformed into a court-driven saga that fans are calling a live reality show. The difference? There are no scripted lines, and the stakes involve real-world consequences, including possible career implosions and enormous financial losses. Rumors swirl that producers behind tabloid-style entertainment shows hope to create docuseries on the fiasco.
If Justin Baldoni can prove that she filed that claim for some malicious intent, then maybe he'll have a shot at it. But some people are saying, hey, she could get off on some sort of technicality here.
Featuring depositions, behind-the-scenes drama, and leaked text messages. If it does become a streaming sensation, the main storyline would revolve around how Blake Lively's ironclad PR machine squares off against Baldoni's plucky underdog narrative, and who's left standing when the dust settles. In a classic Hollywood move, Lively's PR allies initially tried to spin the feud as a misguided attempt by Baldoni to gain publicity for his side projects. But as more details spilled forth,
lots of women are calling bullshit on Blake Lively. Like, that's just what you see.
Like the fact that she demanded an extraordinary level of secrecy regarding her text conversations with friends in powerful places. Fans began suspecting she was the one controlling the narrative. At the same time, the public devoured any tidbit that painted Lively in an unflattering light, whether it was an offhand comment from a disgruntled crew member or direct quotes from court filings that implied she'd orchestrated vicious rumors against Baldoni behind closed doors.
And look, if you're Blake Lively and you get a text message of this guy Jed saying we are crushing it on Reddit, then yeah, I can understand that paranoia. But that's not enough to win a lawsuit, right? They're going to have to provide that proof.